In our solar system, there are 8 planets, and currently we have detected around 4,000 exoplanets, which are planets outside of our solar system. But what exactly defines a planet? Most recently, in 2006, the International Astronomical Union defined a planet based on 3 criteria. First, the planet must orbit a star. The planet must also be large enough to have enough gravity to force it into a spherical shape. And lastly, the planet must be large enough for its gravity to clear away any other objects of a similar size and in close proximity. But as technology advances and new discoveries are made, our conception regarding the definition of a planet has begun to change. In 2006, a joint Japan-New Zealand survey called the Microlensing Observations in Astrophysics, or MOAA, scanned the Milky Way for brown dwarf stars through a method called gravitational microlensing. This method detects objects such as small stars and exoplanets by studying the light from a distant star, as it is bent and focused by the gravity of the object that is passing between the distant star and Earth. Along with brown dwarf stars, the scientists found evidence for up to 10 Jupiter-sized objects, much too small to be considered brown dwarf stars. The scientists originally thought these objects were just star-bound exoplanets, but no host stars were detected within a radius of 10 astronomical units to these planets. This was puzzling since these objects were similar in size to large exoplanets, which typically orbit close to their host stars within a radius of 10 astronomical units. Could it be that these planets do not orbit stars? Scientists began to call these objects free-floating planets, or rogue planets, planets that seem to be orbiting the center of the galaxy instead of orbiting stars. Since these seemingly free-floating planets detected by MOAA are so far away, it's difficult to confirm whether or not these planets are actually without host stars or orbiting their host stars from unusually large distances. But despite the uncertainty of these detections, scientists began to wonder, how many rogue planets are there? And how do planets become rogue? Through the MOAA detections and additional surveys, scientists used mathematical models to project that rogue planets are 1.5 times more abundant than planets orbiting stars and 2 times more abundant than main sequence stars, placing the amount of rogue planets in the Milky Way galaxy anywhere from 75 to 800 billion. In terms of how planets become rogue, the leading theory states that dynamical instabilities in young planetary systems with multiple gas giant planets result in the scatter of planets into unbound orbits. As of March 2019, around 20 rogue planets have been detected, and our understandings of these planets are constantly changing as new data are collected. But despite our limited knowledge about rogue planets, the discovery of these unique worlds has led us to rethink how we define a planet.